Hello and welcome to the channel. Now for today's video I just wanted to show briefly this process which I am involved in right now, and that is the cataloging of all the watch objects that I have in my collection, including movements, parts, tools, pocket watches, etc. So basically what we have here is I do have this soft light box for photographing, and I'm using a Canon EOS. This is an older model, however, for this purposes it's more than adequate, and the picture quality has been nice. But fundamentally I'm taking movements at this point and photographing both sides, the front and the reverse, and in certain cases internally, including the serial number information, but also a picture of the inside of the movement, so that basically I am able to build a portfolio of this gallery, these objects that can be presented for exhibitions, etc. There is a cooperation that is planned this year for the fall for the bulk of this collection to be displayed to the public at a museum which is specializing in watches and jewelry. So that's quite exciting. This will be approximately 6 months on display, and so at this point I am fundamentally cataloging, making a proper portfolio of these objects, and each object does have its own inventory. All the characteristics are recorded on an inventory of items, and there's object catalog number, a description and dating, materials made from which materials, etc., if possible serial numbers, and this type of itemization. So try to get as accurate information describing the object as possible. Now, there are over 125 objects in this collection, so this is a bit of a task. However, I did want to illustrate how this project is unfolding and the collaboration that I am looking forward to. Now, I do have a series of tools here for also measuring diameters, double checking the diameters so that once again the description can be much more accurate, as we have a lot of different and somewhat similar objects that we want to differentiate between them, so that it's clear in the description. And I do have a series of watchmaking tools also for this. It is sometimes necessary to move the hands or take the dial apart so that we can see a serial number, etc. But this is just a little bit of this project that I have, and I will give you some overhead views as well. So basically, I have an inventory of the objects themselves, and these are the beginning portion of what I've been working with. Just part of the collection, I have the caliper and various different watchmaking tools, and also for controlling dust. We also have the camera itself and the light box. So, and I've chosen this neutral gray background as it really helps the object. It's not too dominant, and it helps the object stand out in a way that's favorable to the object that you're recording. So this is just a little bit. Here we can see the beginnings of recording. We have the movement labeling or signing by the artist, serial number, diameter, and I also will integrate this with the catalog listing number and conclude the material of which it's made, if it has an enamel dial, etc. And when we get the pocket watches, then what sort of metal is it made of? Silver, gold, metal, gun metal, steel, etc. So this is a little bit about this project. I hope you find it interesting, and this is being undertaken specifically with regard to a collaboration with a local museum, which has agreed to place this collection of the better part of the collection will be on display, not all 125 objects, but this is a local museum which is specializing in watches and jewelry. So it is nice to have a ready portfolio of these objects with as accurate as possible description, so outlining what we have in the collection. So this is quite helpful. But I hope this was of interest, and thank you for your attention. Bye-bye.